Hey everybody, this is Angela Sasser of Angelic Artisan, which is www.angelicartisan.com. I'm a mask maker and artisan. So welcome. This is my monthly hangout I like to do, brought to you by my lovely patrons over at Patreon. And so welcome to April. It's been quite the month. I was chatting to the art hangout about this, but it's been a doozy of a month. Well, it began with food poisoning and it continued with my significant other being hospitalized with bronchitis complications and ended with both of us getting the flu. So it's just been like crazy stress and crazy everything. So not a lot of crafting went on this month because I needed that time we both needed that time to heal and to take care of ourselves. So sorry to say I don't have a lot to share this month, but we're keeping on. Luckily my significant other's doing a lot better, and mostly the advice I have to give this month is when you're an artist and you are going through these sorts of things, to try and not get caught up in that loop of, oh no, I can't make art, so I'm getting all guilty and stressed. And because sometimes when you're stressed, you just can't work on things. And there are other things that you have to take care of. And that makes me feel like crap. I know it makes a lot of artists feel like crap, but sometimes you just have to take care of you. So that is what I have done. Both of us gone back to work this past week, and so we're doing a lot better. I just have a few little updates. I wanted to share some of the cool patterns I've been making, like mask patterns to share. So let me screen share and show you guys that. At least I don't think I shared these yet. So if you haven't seen these up in my shop yet, I've created templates that I use for my designs. And this is like a head template. So I've already drawn the head out for you from multiple angles. And I use these for my commission work, so I can just design a mask right on top of it, like you see in the example. And this is just a PDF that you can print out and draw on. And you can also bring it into Photoshop and work on top of it. That's actually what I do. I work digitally when I'm doing mask designs for clients. So that's a really cheap resource you guys can pick up from my shop now. I've also tentatively started uploading some of my mask patterns. So the first one I've got up is the sun prints, inspired by the Cushiel's Legacy books. And again, it's a PDF file that you can print out and then trace that onto your own leather and whatnot, or any other material, and make your own mask. So I'm going to slowly get these up, and hopefully they'll be a useful resource for any of you who are thinking about doing masks. And that's just at my Etsy shop. And speaking of mask patterns, if you haven't seen on my website, if you go to Angela's shop, under shop, then go to the free category, I have all of these patterns up for free. It says add to cart, but the price will be $0. And I've done this because I'll no longer be selling cosplay masks publicly, because that's just, I'm trying to get away from that because, one, it's not quite legal, and I just would like to really pursue my own visions and creations. So while cosplay is a lot of fun, and I may do those private cosplay commissions every now and again, I'd really like to focus on doing more original stuff. So check out the free patterns and make some cool things with it. I just request that you don't share them, or rather not share them, but don't sell the patterns as your own, and it'd be a courtesy if you don't sell masks based on them either. Like, I can't stop you, but it'd just be nice if you didn't. And you can also donate to me via PayPal or Patreon if you want to say thanks for providing the free patterns. So yeah, have fun with that. Just be courteous and don't resell. And let's see, other things I wanted to show you. Oh, when I talk about doing original designs, I'm actually talking about doing more of my birthstone and birth flower masks. I've talked about this quite a bit, but I want to finish this series, which I've only done one of. So this was January's mask, which has the red for the garnet birthstone, and then the carnations and snowdrops, which are the birth flowers of January. I really want to keep going with this series, and I actually had the idea to add the birthstone as a cabochon in the middle of the forehead for each mask, but when I looked up how much garnet cabochons would cost, they were like $50 for the sizes I want. So I'm actually thinking of doing Swarovski glass instead. I'm wondering how that, if people would still enjoy them the same. Like, I've looked them up and I think they're really pretty. Let me see if I can show you some of the ones I've favorited. But I found some really pretty glass cabochons. Like, these are the ruby Swarovski crystals, and I think those have this glorious shine to them. I think they could do really well in masks. So hopefully, even though they're not quite the same as the birthstone, that they would still be just as pretty. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Leave me some feedback about that. I'd be really curious to know. So that's kind of been on my mind, even though I haven't been able to craft too much this month. But hopefully, barring any other catastrophes, I will be able to get back to crafting for fun and pursuing some of these ideas that I have. So yeah, here's hoping for a much calmer month, and if I can get some time outside of illustration, I'd really like to get back to doing some of those ideas I have. Oh, and I did have one fun project I wanted to share with you guys. Last night, my boyfriend brought home these fun things from Barnes & Nobles. It's pop figures. It's blank pop figures. Oh my gosh. They're so neat, and you can customize them for your own characters, and it says you can use markers, paint, and modeling clay. And I actually think I'm gonna try, like, to make some custom hair with modeling clay and then paint with acrylics, because I'd really like to go crazy wild with these things and have some fun and just do a silly craft project for fun, because it's really easy to get caught up doing everything for money. So I'm just really happy to do something stupid and silly and fun. So that's what I'll probably be crafting on next, because I need it after this tough month, I tell you. So questions. I got a few questions on YouTube basically asking the same thing, which is, where do I get my leather from? And the answer to that is that I generally wait till Tandy Leather Factory has a sale on their double shoulders or single shoulders, and instead of like a huge roll of leather, that's kind of like just a few feet, and they're I think it's like 6 feet, 6 by 6 square maybe. It's because I'm not doing a huge number of projects anymore, and it's actually pretty cheap. Like, it came out cheaper than actually buying a whole hide, if you get them on sale, that is. And so, and it's easier for me to store in a small apartment, so that's why I get the double shoulders. I've also bought leather from Wickett and Craig before, back when I got a huge hide, and the great thing about Wickett and Craig is that their quality is really, really nice. Like with the Tandy shoulders or leather from Tandy, you have to look out for the backs, which are really rough and uneven sometimes, but Wickett and Craig is like creamy on the top and really smooth on the back. So if you like to have for your mask to have like a nice smooth back and not have to worry about weird blemishes or textures, Wickett and Craig is worth the investment. But Tandy stuff works the same. Wickett and Craig just takes the embossing and tooling a bit better. So it really is all about how much money you have to spend. And finally, for the beginning mask makers, I actually recommend you go to Hobby Lobby and get the 8.5 by 11 tooling sheets. I think they're called tooling or carving sheets. And that's basically just a small sheet of vegetable tan leather that should do you for a small project. So if you're not quite sure you want to get more into mask making, you don't want to spend like 50 bucks on a shoulder or double shoulder, then just like grab that tooling sheet and give it a shot, give it a try, see if you like it. I warn you, it's super addictive, so beware getting into leather because it can quickly overtake your life. And then you'll have like bags of leather like I have right there sitting around your house, so watch out for that. And finally, for the giveaway, I actually only have one person who's eligible. For the giveaway, it's for anyone who's in my $10 and up donator tier on Patreon. So I only have one person in that tier right now, and that is Judy. So Judy, you are my winner by default. And what you have won is this peacock butterfly swing Brit. It opens up like that. So it's just a swing clasp. You can see all the lovely details. It'll focus. Focus, camera. Focus. There we go. So, Judy, you have your choice of claiming this beautiful butterfly barrette or a 50% off coupon to my shop. So, I'll drop you a line after and see what you'd like to do. And that coupon code will count towards any of my Etsy shops. So that counts for art or crafts. So we'll get in touch and I'll see what you'd like to do. So that's pretty much it from me for this month. Like I said, short update because I haven't really had a lot of time to do anything. We've been just dealing with ourselves and trying to stay healthy. So hopefully next month I'll have more to talk about and more inspiration to share. So thanks for joining me, and I'll see you guys next month. Bye.